Alright, so I'm going to start with the glove. It's a 500 series, and I really started to like this glove, and my opinion changed for it. So it's a really solid glove for many, I feel. If you like the feel of a hockey or a baseball glove, then you're going to love this glove because it feels just like one. And coming from California, I play a lot of baseball too, so I can say that it really does feel like a baseball glove. A solid pocket, a lot of protection, much different than the P4 series. There's more protection on the fingers here, and there's more protection in the palm, right in here, which I don't really care about protection. Yeah, there's stingers still with this glove. This just makes it a heavier glove, and a lot of trouble breaking it in. I've had this since, I think, May of, May, and there it is. Beautiful glove. Some days it breaks in just fine, other days it's as hard as a rock, and it doesn't matter if it's in the garage baking or it's inside just cooling off. Now, I have a theory why I'm having trouble with this glove is I got it off the rack in Goalie Monkey like this, so I feel like gravity pulled it down and just changed the shape of it while it was still stiff, and that I think may be my problem. So this is just, I feel, a weird scenario with this glove. I'm sure it's great for other people, breaks in fine. I think I just got a defective glove because I've tried everything. I've run it under hot water here, I've put pucks in it, tied on it, slept on it, I've put it under a couch, I've worked it in for hours every day, watching TV, all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's just, I just got bad luck with a defective glove. But I'll show you the inside. I'm not going to use this glove anymore. I'm probably going to sell it, so if anyone wants it, give me a ring or something. So, pretty standard in here. Got the wrist one, got above the fingers, and right on the, I don't know, what your backside of your hand. It's a one piece. When it's broken in, it's a really solid glove. It feels great. A lot of mobility, a lot of coverage. When you cover it, it's flat on the ice. Has an extra right here, if you can see, so that you cover everything. There's no holes. It's a really solid glove. I wish I didn't have any problems with it, but I do, so I'm going back to my P4. Now onto the blocker. Everyone said the P4 and the glove are the same. That is not at all. The CCM 500 much different. For the blocker though, I feel there's a lot of similarities between the P4 and the CCM. The differences are right here. There's none of that lining which the P4 has, and I think it's a nicer look. But other than that, it's pretty similar. Then right here on the side, this is different than the P4. The P4 has it more sticking out right here. This is more of a solid face. And then they did fix the problem with the finger. There was the strapping. There was like one strapping, I think, for the P4. I wish I had the example, but they fixed it with the finger, so now it doesn't roll. It just goes straight down when you try to grip it. I've noticed that it kind of still rolls. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you can. It still kind of rolls, but it really wasn't a big issue in the P4. A lot of protection. You got the fingers. It's really similar to the P4 if you haven't already heard me say that. I did take off the strapping here because I like a lot of wrist mobility. So I just took that off. It wasn't like there was something wrong with it. I just took them off. Yeah, but it's a really solid blocker. One of the best I've had, but it's similar to the P4. So if it was between the P4 and the CCM, I would say the CCM just because it's a nicer, slicker look. It's not much different at all. So if the P4 is less expensive, I would go for that if you're having pricing problems. On to the pads. my favorite pads I've ever had. They're really solid. I'm a fan of the brakes, so I've always had brakes except for the Bauer 180s that I had. Yeah, but I've always been a fan of the brakes. I don't know why, but I have, and I've always had a 2 brake on all my pads. It's just what I've been used to. Now this pad's super soft, really simple to break in, no problems. I had literally a week maybe, and they were to my liking of just having it broken in. Softer boot right in here. It's a much softer boot, so when you go down, it'll feel like the pad's just part of you, which is really nice. And then you could customize your strapping from here. All these ones where you can see this, you could change them all here. I took the top one off. I like having it quite loose right here. So I usually do a 6 right here, and then 7 and then 8. I like it loose here and then tight here. So really, it's really loose on my leg. With the leg channel, it's a really wide, open one. So there's a lot of room in there. Sits comfortably on your leg. And much stiffer knee pad with a huge wide area. So if you don't like the wide, this pad's all about open and mobile and stuff. So if you don't like that, if you like a tighter pad, I wouldn't say go for the CCMs. But if you do, it's a really solid pad. It just moves around great. Wide open knee for some mobility there. And then just a nice flush finish right here, solid, no ripples. I had my last pad were larcenies, and the knee part came across here, which I don't know if that affected me at all, but it's just a nicer look to it. Nice and solid for the ice. What else could I say? I don't know. I think that's about it. Probably my favorite pads ever. Gloves. The glove I've had trouble with. That's about it. Really soft. Rebounds die right there. Especially right here. Puck hit that, it'll stop right in front of you. Really easy break in. Really great across the ice, lateral movements. A lot of people have had trouble with this right here. Sorry if you can't see. With this area right here, because if you have a wider stance, this part drags and you kind of slip. So I had a wider stance. I kind of changed my stance up a little. It really hasn't changed my game. I haven't noticed any problems, but I did have a little problem with this in the beginning, but I got used to it, and I play just fine now. And that's about it. I give the pads out of 10 a solid 10. I haven't ever played with anything better than this. Glove, I'm really biased against the glove due to the fact that I've had so much trouble with it, but I've heard great reviews for this. Just like a baseball glove, really great pocket. I've heard great things. I've had some great times with it, but I've also had more frustrating times with it, such as now, as I've had this under my couch for about a week. Just started breaking it in on the couch again, and you know how long I've had it, and that's all I got. And that's not okay. So I'm back to my P4. Blocker, fantastic. Not a lot of change for me coming from the P4. But yeah, that's the Extreme Flex 500 CCM pads. I hope you enjoyed. Easy buy if you're looking at these pads. Like, can't go wrong with them. Make sure your glove isn't on a rack, just hanging there, and it's been there for a while. I feel like that really ruins it. It just pulls on it, and that's my only problem. That's my theory. Get it straight out of the box. I've heard they break in just fine. So everything in all, I would give 9 out of 10. Only point off would be the glove. But other than that, fantastic set of pads.